So what's the recursive technique that actually never uses recursion? The answer, of course, is dynamic programming. Even though we teach dynamic programming in a recursive thinking approach, there are actually no recursive recalls in the code itself. So the way we would define Fibonacci numbers would be a Fibonacci number, the nth Fibonacci number is the sum of previous two Fibonacci numbers. But when we compute them using dynamic programming, we simply have an iterative loop. We define our array, which in this case is called DP. We initialize the first few values of the array, and then we simply compute the next value of the array in the iterative loop. There are no recursive calls. In fact, that's very much the hallmark of dynamic programming. Look through the code. If there are recursive calls, that could very well be divide and conquer. It certainly is not dynamic programming. If there are no recursive calls, that could very well be dynamic programming. So the basic idea in dynamic programming is that of tabulation. You explicitly define your storage data structure. It could be an array, it could be a map, it could be something else. And then you fill that structure, the table, from the smaller to larger values. In fact, the term programming in dynamic programming does not refer to any particular programming technique, as in like computer programming or like a programming language such as Java or Python, etc. It refers to the sequence in which you build your data structure from smaller to larger values.